if I warm up like 10 minutes shooting bots, I feel pretty confident.
The problem is that you're shooting bots, but you never like said I'm practicing this, you know? If you're not gonna do this exercise properly, you will never have like confidence in the game. If you wanna work your way up to the good speed, like you want to have this speed, right? You want to... Hello guys, so this is a clip from a longer demo review session inside the improvement camp where we reviewed the students' problems and we figured out why his practice is not showing in the matches. So his main problem is he was not doing the practice correctly, and at the end of the video I'm gonna explain to you how to do this exercise correctly so you can all understand what was the problem here. So probably this exercise will show us if you're doing this correctly. If you do this exercise good, then I have no problems, but you probably do this wrong. Let's see it really quickly. Okay. Yes, we have big problems. If you're not gonna do this exercise properly, you will never have like confidence in the game to actually like counter strafe and kill people. So tracking, yeah, needs to get better, where you don't like insta shoot, but we actually confirm kills. Obviously, all the other exercises before need to get better for this exercise to look good, right? But what you're doing right now, these random tabs, like this shit, like this is not good, right? This exercise, if you want to like transition it into game and then be calm in game, should look more like this. I'll show you. What's your like ideal version of this exercise? So you're strafing around, you see an enemy, you stop, you track, and then you shoot, and then you stop again, you track, and then you shoot. And I just don't see that calmness in your aim. It looks like you're like insta flicking all the time. Because this exercise doesn't actually need to be fast, you know? It can be done slowly. Just enough that it's precise. So this kind of, if you do this exercise this way, where you're like slowing down a lot on these bots, you will have the and of course later you go on faster and faster, and you end up like doing it like real game speed. But if you don't do this like properly, you will have no confidence to hit the first shot on people with a good counter strafe. So yeah, you just need to work on your mechanics from level 1 and just finish on this exercise being done correctly. So honestly, that's what I see. You can give me like your opinion about like what your issues are and if you agree with what I said, because yeah, obviously you can talk to me.
About the mechanics?
About
I'm
first
not that
maybe,
sure.
yeah, you can talk about mechanics. So
I'm not that sure because I wanted the demo review with you to find out what's the problem is, because I was thinking about, if I warm up like 10 minutes shooting bots, I feel pretty confident.
the problem is that you're shooting bots, but you never like said I'm practicing this, you know? And honestly, your exercise there, when I was watching it, the fast aim, it was looking like you're just shooting bots. The point is you're not supposed to shoot bots.
Yeah, the tracking wasn't there. Yes, I'm aware of it, that the tracking is not that good. But you pointing it out, it's giving me another idea.
Yeah, but
to be
yeah,
like spend more time on tracking.
You can later rewatch this like review and also like the classroom with like a specific notice how long I track people and how patient you should be with your shots, and then rewatch yourself where you're like one tapping and bursting instantly, which is super bad habits.
The tapping, this is a bad habit. You said it many times, and I know.
So to do this exercise correctly, you have to work your way up to the movement speed of how the pros would do it. So if you would see any pro player do it, right, they would probably see something like this, where he's like adjusting immediately to the bots, right, getting insta kills, doing some random movement, getting kills like this, left and right, pretty fast pace, right, pretty fast, just getting kills like this, right? This would be like your pro player playing or whatever. Maybe he would be even better than this and hitting every kill with the first burst, right? But you want to work your way up to this kind of pace. And the way you work your way up to this kind of pace is you separate this whole exercise into segments, okay? So number 1 is movement. How are you supposed to move? You're supposed to do movement until you find the bot. And then when you find an enemy, you stop. And then the next phase starts where you track the bot for a while, okay? And then after you finish tracking the bot, you shoot, right? And then you start moving again immediately. So the second phase is gonna be all about tracking. So after you stop, you need to track the guy for a little and then immediately start moving again. So when you're gonna be watching it fast paced, it looks like I'm barely stopping to shoot, right? Or barely tracking these bots. But trust me, I'm actually separating the movement of tracking and of stopping completely, right? So the idea is, if you wanna work your way up to the good speed, like you want to have this speed, right? You want to work your way up to it. So first, when you see a bot, you're gonna do a stop, then you're gonna track him for a while, confidently and calmly, and then you're gonna burst, and then you're gonna start moving again. And if you see another bot on your screen, you're gonna do only one movement. So one movement, adjust the bot, do movements, one movement, stop. When you see another bot, one movement, track the bot, shoot, one movement, track the bot, shoot, one movement, and then you see no bots, you can do more movements, and then again, you see a guy, you adjust, you shoot, you adjust, you shoot, right? And the adjustment can take 5 years if you're not confident in it, right? So you can literally slow down on the adjustment period here for like 5 years. If you're still not confident with it. And then you do another movement and 5 years of tracking, right? And until the tracking gets good, you cannot do it fast. So don't make this mistake. Don't try to be fast. Don't try to do some random one-taps like this. You're practicing wrong and then you're wondering why your practice is not showing in the matches. So stop doing that and work your way up to the speed. You need to earn the speed. Hope this was helpful and good luck in your matches, guys. Once the video is over, I will make an offer about the improvement camp. So if you are serious about learning your mechanics, you can check out my mechanics mastery classroom inside the improvement camp. It's really in-depth and it explains every single thing you need to be doing for your mechanics to show in the matches. And then the best part about it is I literally personally check your mechanics here in the demo review sections where you can post your mechanics and I will look into it and see if you're doing it correctly or not. Click the link down below in the description and join now. I'll see you inside.